guys, Coach Steven here from KT's All-Star Gymnastics in Santa Maria, California. We are going to be doing another gymnastics-based workout today, so I'm going to jump right into it with what we're going to do for the floor. So for the floor, we haven't been able to work on our back handsprings, and a lot of kids I know would like to. So I wanted to come up with a safe way to do that at home. Now, if you don't already have your back handspring, you don't have a tramp, you don't have mats, stuff like that, some of you don't even have grass because you might live in an apartment, you may not be able to actually go for your back handspring at home. But the best thing we can do is find some cushions. I got a couple couch cushions here pushed together to give myself enough length, and I have them placed out on the floor, and I'm going to use them to practice my back handspring. So what I'm going to do is a drill for a back handspring. So I'm going to sit, and then I'm going to put my arms out in front of me as if I'm getting ready to jump for a back handspring, but sitting on the ground. Then I'm going to swing my arms back aggressively and look at my hands while they come back until they hit the ground. I should always be following my hands with my eyes, and then I want to finish in an arch here. Okay, because that's the position we're going to do our back handspring in. I want to have that big arch so that when I hit my hands, the rest of my body's still over here. My hand beats the rest of my body to the ground, so that way it's not holding up all my weight on my hands, and it's able to snap over the top without ever having to catch my entire body as it falls to the ground. It's very, very heavy for anyone, even me, to try to catch. So you want to be reaching back ahead of time in that arch, and then you use that arch to snap your body to a hollow shape to get to your feet. All right? Now, to do it as slow as I just did would not really pose much of a challenge. So what I want you guys to challenge yourselves with is see how fast you can snap back without taking your eyes off your hands and while getting your bottom off the ground. In fact, you should be shooting to try to get your bottom off the ground before your head, hands, and back even touch the cushion. Let's see how well I can do. All right, ready, set, snap. Not bad. Give it one more shot here. All right, set, snap. Okay, you guys should do 10 to 15 of those. You can even do 10 to 15 of those a day if you're really, really hoping to learn your back handspring soon. Okay, next we're going to move on to pommel horse, where we're going to focus on our quarter circles. We're going to do 10 to 15 of these as well. Now, quarter circle just means I'm going to go 1/4 of the way around. So if I'm starting here, I'm going to try to get to here. My feet over here and my hands here, so I have a straight line from my hand going out to the side. Circles always face one direction, so I'm trying to keep looking that same way. I'm not going to turn my head or my shoulders as I do that quarter circle. I'm going to start from something similar to a seal stretch. Here's our seal stretch. I want to hook my toes under and push up off my knees. I want to keep those hips low like that, though, and try to keep that body shape, which is an arch. Okay? Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a step to the wrong side. I like to swing clockwise, so I'm trying to lift up my left hand first. So I'm going to step the opposite way first to my right. Okay? And when I do that, I bring my hips a little to the side. I don't bring them way over here and turn and look that way. It's just a little bit of move to the side. Then I'm trying to close my feet before I start to swing. First thing I want to do is be able to jump my feet all the way together, okay, before they continue to swing over to this side. All right, I don't want to, for example, kick this leg through without bringing this leg to it like this, because that's not going to help me learn my circle, at least not correctly. All right. So it's going to look like this, and you'll notice I'm opening up my chest here. I want you guys to always lead with the chest when you come through, because you're trying to get ready to put your hand behind you. So if my chest is already pushing towards you, then it's easy to get my hand down behind me. All right. The other thing you'll notice is that when I get over there, I'm leaning over this hand. I'm not directly on top of this hand, though that would be a good starting point. And I'm definitely not over here where my hand is out from under my shoulder, but rather I'm in here. So I'm holding myself up. And that way I would actually be able to stay on top of the mushroom where we're learning our circles, or eventually on the pommel horse. Now, one last thing on that, when you guys jump around, you want to make sure that you're not just trying to get your feet to the point and then fix it. I commonly see this mistake. That's not going to work at all. All right, that's not going to help you get a good circle. It's a good starting point to get the hang of the distance you need to jump, but after that you really want to focus on trying to have your chest lead the way to the front. The other thing you'll notice is I don't lift my hand way up here to start. That's okay if you want to do that when you get your circles, but when we're just working on a quarter circle, we don't want to end up doing this and then we go down right back up, and we definitely don't want to just not ever touch our hand, which I see a lot. All right, we want to just, so that's why I'm just starting with my hand down. The other thing I see a lot is people lifting their hand all the way up to the ceiling. That's not going to happen. Keep your hand down low like I just did, because you're trying to quickly reach it back behind you for the half circle position. Last thing that I'm going to say about these is I'm going to let you guys see me do this from the back so that you can see how I quickly close my feet together and then swing them over to that side. Okay, so you guys can kind of see that. Do 10 to 15 of those, like I said before. Sorry, that one takes a really long explanation. There's a lot that goes into even something simple on pommel horse like a quarter circle. Next is the handstand. So we're going to be doing the handstand for beam. There's handstands on every event in gymnastics. It's the most important skill in gymnastics. But on beam, sometimes you have to put your hands like this so you can grip the side of the beam. So thumbs together, grip the side of the beam. I call it a butterfly. All right, so what you're going to be doing is starting from a lunge with your hands apart. Then as you start to reach, you're going to bring those thumbs together and reach down to do the handstand. Now, depending on your level, you may just do a little grasshopper kick like this. Okay, or you may try to get that leg all the way, that back leg all the way to the ceiling and then come down, eventually trying to go all the way to a handstand. Okay, always try to go up one leg at a time and bring one leg all the way to the top before you close it, and always try to come down one leg at a time with the same leg in front. So I start with my left leg in front. When I step down with my left leg first. Okay, last thing, if you're a competitive kid, you should be trying to lever in and lever out of these. So you're trying to stop and make the letter T with your body on the way down and on the way back up. My base leg, my left leg, which is my front leg, will be the base of my T, and then the rest of my body will make the top part of the T. So you'll see I start here, and I T, and then I handstand, and then I T, and then I finish. All right. Now, you can always add, just for gymnastics' sake, a nice finish. Once you get back up, turning your hands out, pressing them out to the side, and bringing your chin up, especially if you're on our girls' team. All right. Sorry, my finishes aren't great. Not quite Olympic level at finishing like a women's gymnast on the balance beam. So I apologize for that. So 10 to 15 of those. Then we'll go on to rings. I'm going to use my parallel bars as my rings today. This is something that's important at all levels of boys gymnastics, especially on the rings, but it's also just important strength to have in general, so it's great for the girls gymnastics as well. We're going to be doing L lifts. So I'm just going to hold myself up and bring my legs up to an L and try to bring them down slowly without picking up any swing. All right. up, down, and up. I might need to bend my knees if the chairs are not as tall as I need them to be, and that's okay. Still using that same muscle to lift to that L each time, all right? So do, I'd say, 15 to 25 of those, all right? Now, I'm gonna move on to vault, where we're gonna work on our hurdle and rebound. All right, I'm going to take a step with my right foot, and then I'm going to jump off of just my right foot, land on both feet, and bounce, okay? Now, with my arms, I just held them up that time. That's the basic level. So I jump, 2 feet, bounce, okay? Take that step, jump my feet together, and bounce. You'll notice I'm bouncing a little bit backwards. That's because when I jump onto the springboard on vault, I should be trying to get my feet in front of my chest. So I'm leaning back like that so that I can get up and over a vault table eventually. You don't want to be leaning into it because then you'll just crash right into it. You want to lean away from it to give yourself more time to get up and over the top of it. All right, now, next level of that is to add the proper arm swing. So you're going to start with your arms to the front as you step, but then as you jump, you're going to bring them around to the back when your feet come together here, and then swing them up. They actually end up down when you're down on the ground, and they come up as you bounce up off the ground. So let's see how well I can do that. Okay, one more time. Arms going forward, around, down, up. Okay, so I'd say 15 to 20 of those. All right, then parallel bars. I'm going to pull back out my chairs here. I don't want to kick the back of the chairs for this one, so I'm going to turn them slightly towards you guys. And we're going to do a straddle hold. So I'm going to put my hands on here, and then I'm going to hold my legs out in a straddle. All right, I'm going to keep doing that. I want you guys to keep doing that until you reach 30 to 60 seconds in that straddle hold, depending on your level. So my legs are not resting here once again, and my knees are not bent. Straight legs, and I lift them up in the air. And just like we've done in the past, I'm going to count to, like, let's say I may get to 5 on the first one. 1, Mississippi, 2, Mississippi, 3, Mississippi, 4, Mississippi, 5, Mississippi, I come down. Okay, well, the next time I go up, I'm not going to start at 1 again. I'm going to start at 6 Mississippi and keep going till I get to 30 or 40, 50, 60, depending on your level. All right, so that covers well. Trying to not make this video too insanely long. That one didn't require as long of an explanation as some of the others. All right, and then the last one is going to be for the high bar or the uneven bars, but we're going to be focusing on getting better at our swings. So I've got a broomstick here. You don't have to use a broomstick. You can use any kind of stick that you can find around the house, but this is just what I had available to me that would work for this. You could use just a stick you find out in the yard, honestly. It's not about how hard the stick is to hold. It's about where you're holding your arms and how you hold on. So I'm going to do 20 to 35 is a good number for each of these. So we're going to start with hollow rocks. So I'm going to hold the bar over my head and rock in a hollow position like that. 20 to 35 times. Doing the same thing in an arch rock. I make sure my legs are tight, my heels are together. I hold this out over my head and cover my ears with my arms like that, okay? And then I rock back and forth like so, trying to keep my knees straight. All right, so that is everything that we're going to be doing for this workout today. Go back and look at any of our previous gymnastics-based workouts as well. We really would like to see how much you guys have been working out on your gymnastics, specifically at home, because it really reminds us why we do what we do, because you guys love the gymnastics and we love teaching it to you, and just seeing you guys continuing on that gymnastics learning in spite of everything is just an awesome inspiration to everybody. So please please get us some photos, get us some videos of you guys doing some of these gymnastics exercises at home. Make sure you get your parents' permission before you ever post anything online. All right. Be sure to like and subscribe. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram. We're hoping to see you guys back in the gym very soon. Looking like it could be a possibility, so fingers crossed. But no matter what happens, we still love you guys. We miss you guys. We'll see you soon.